No knickknacks or anything personal except for 2 snapshots on the wall. One of Marcus and Isaiah mugging for the camera. The other was of Mrs. Marquez, holding up a chicken by its feet, the poor thing struggling and helpless. Isaiah had accepted the bird as payment for his services just to get it away from her. She named it Alejandro, after her pendejo ex-husband. When the hitman came to the house to kill Isaiah, he inadvertently blasted the bird into a cloud of feathers. Isaiah put one of the storage boxes on the table, along with a folder of info he'd gathered so far. The Accord's VIN number had led to the car's owner, Fred Bellows. His Facebook page showed a paunchy white guy in his 40s, with a face like an unbaked biscuit, his pants pulled up to the 3rd button of his blue, brown, and yellow Madras shirt. His wife looked like his twin sister, the 3 kids already showing paunches. Fred lived in Wrigley Heights, a nice area just north of Hurston, where Marcus and Isaiah once had an apartment. Isaiah took some photographs out of the file folder and spread them on the table. They were pictures of the Accord taken at the wrecking yard. The car's right front headlight assembly was smashed. The crease that ran along the top of the bumper was dented, and some paint was scraped off. It seemed wrong and impossible that a little bit of damage like that had resulted in Marcus's death. A massive bomb crater or a charred redwood split by lightning would have been more credible. The seats and dash had been ripped out of the car's interior, but Isaiah had found things on the floor. There were 4 smashed cigarette butts, Marlboros, 4 empty Carta Blanca cans, a crumpled white food bag, and a balled-up sandwich wrapper. Isaiah laid the items on the table. He opened the wrapper. Part of the sandwich was still there, shrunken and mummified, along with a few shriveled jalapeno circles, breadcrumbs in the crinkles of the paper. The wrapper was from KO Subs. Their logo was on it, a target of rainbow colors with a fist punching through it holding a sandwich. Isaiah had a Google Earth map of East Long Beach inside his head, with landmarks for every gang turf, crack house, flop house, bar, dance hall, pool hall, drug corner, hooker stroll, murder scene, sex offender, abandoned building, liquor store, and park in the area. Any locus of criminals, crime, or potential crime. Isaiah placed KO's on his map. It was right across the street from McLaren Park. He and Marcus had played basketball there just before the accident. Isaiah heard a single faint ping on his internal sonar. The white bag was generic. It held unused napkins, a packet of mustard, and a receipt for 1 12-inch sub and a bag of chips. It was dated the same day as the accident, at 5:02 p.m. Marcus was killed around 6. Ping, ping. Fred was no doubt capable of knocking back 4 Carta Blancas, but he looked like a Budweiser or Coors man, and he wouldn't leave the cans in the car, not with a family. They belonged to the driver. A&J Liquor was 2 doors down from KO's, so the driver gets his sandwich, buys some beer, then sits in the car eating and drinking and smoking. But for an hour? A Grand Slam breakfast at Denny's might take you that long, but this guy didn't even finish the sandwich. More likely, he was waiting for something. Eating because KO's was there, taking a few bites and leaving the rest. More interested in smoking a cigarette and drinking a beer every 15 minutes, which meant he was either an alcoholic chain smoker, or he was nervous, really nervous. Ping, ping, ping. After Isaiah and Marcus finished their basketball game, they walked north on McLaren until it ended at Bethesda, made a turn onto Baldwin, and walked 2 blocks to Anaheim, where the Accord hit Marcus as he was coming off the curb. Isaiah's sonar was pinging like a torpedo was 50 feet away and closing fast. The Accord was going from west to east when it ran down Marcus. To come from that direction, the driver would have had to leave KO's and take a circuitous route around and away from the brothers to get west of them. And why would he do that? Unless he was setting up to run Marcus over. This was no accident. This was a hit. Chapter 1. Grace Period. The dance floor was a street riot under a disco ball. Hands sprouting out of the crowd waving green light sticks and $600 bottles of Ciroc. Go-go dancers in fur bikinis and fishnet body stockings writhing like tentacles of smoke. The air warm and close, soggy with the smells of alcohol.